This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to share with you today the Ultimate Bankroll Protector Roulette System by Alex. He said this is the best system you will ever use, and it's so safe that you can play it all night long and not lose your money. So I can't wait to share that with you. And today we're going to put his system up against the incredible system, which is called the Progressive Recovery System. And let's go ahead and start with that first. Each one of these is going to get 15 minutes of play time. Let's see which one makes the most money in 15 minutes in this head-to-head matchup. So let's start on opposite color red for $10. And this is the Progressive Recovery System. And the Ultimate Bankroll Protector will be coming up. And that's a 26 black to start. And with this system, if you lose, you stay on opposite color for 10 and you don't increase the bet. So let's go ahead and spin again. Here we go. That's a 17 black. And we lost, so we stay at $10. We don't increase. So you can see we're minus 20 right now. And let's go ahead and spin. And that's another loss. And this is a perfect example of why this is such a great system. We're going to stay on red for 10. We've lost 3 of them, and we're only down $30. Most systems would be increasing the bet right now, and you'd be down a lot of money already, but we're not. And we finally got a win. Okay, and since we lost 3 times, what we do is we take 3 times 10, which is $30, and that's going to be our next bet on black. But you wait until you have a win. That's a 32 red, and we lost. So if you lose in the recovery phase, you take that times 2, which would be 3 $10 units times 2, that's 6. And when we bet again, and we're going to go back to 10 right now, that means when we start betting again, once we get a win, we're going to go to $60. And that's a 29 black. Okay, we won, so that means we go to $60, and we'll be on red, opposite color for 60 and the recovery. Here we go. And we recovered. And the beauty of this system is you could lose 20 in a row and you wouldn't lose your bankroll because you're only betting $10 per spin. So we're up 20. We'll be on black for 10 now, and let's spin. And here we go. Most systems where you increase the bet after each loss, it just really adds up quickly, but this one doesn't. And we'll be on black for 10 again. All we have to do with this one is keep track of how many losses we've had, and we've had 1. So here we go. That's a 27 red. Now we've had 2 losses, so we stay on opposite color for 10. Okay, and again, all you have to keep track of is the number of losses. So here we go. That's a 1 red. Now we've had 3 losses. So we bet 10 on black again and spin. And here we go. Okay, we lost again. Now we've had 4 losses. Now just imagine right now if you were doubling each time that you lost, how much we'd be down already. We finally got the win. So we had 4 losses. That means you take 4 times 10, which is 40. And that means our next bet's going to be $40 on opposite color red. And then we're going to try to recover. If we don't recover, we'll take it times 2 for the next one. But we will go back to 10. So what we're going to do now is we take 4 times 2, which is 8. And then we go back to 10 on red opposite color. And that means when it's time to bet again, we bet $80. And that's a 28 black. Okay, so now we're at 9. So we go from 8 to 9. Now we're keeping track of the losses. Here we go. Okay, that's a win. So now we take 9 times 10. That's $90. And we'll be on opposite color black for 90. And if we were to not recover this, we would take the 9 times 2, which would be 18. And we did lose, so we go to 18. But we go back to 10. And we don't bet that $180 bet until we get a win. Okay, there's our win. So we bet 180 now on opposite color red. And we hope it doesn't get up this high, but we still have plenty of bankroll with this one. We're just fine. And here we go. That's a 25 red, and we recovered. So that's awesome. Now we're back up $50, and we'll be on black for 10. This is a $2,000 bankroll system. You can also play this for a $200 bankroll if you use dollar units. So anybody can play this, and we'll stay on black for 10. We have one loss. All you have to do is keep track of the number of losses you've had. Okay, that's 11 black. And since we only had one loss, that means the bet stays at 10, because 1 times 10 is 10. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Let's see what we get here. And that's a 32 red. That's a win. Let's hope it gets choppy now and we'll make some cash. We're up $60. And by choppy, I mean back and forth between the red and black. That'll make us some money with this system. And I'm hoping that starts right now. And it looks like it is. So we're going to go back to red for 10, opposite color. And hopefully we can keep this choppiness going for a while. But it ended right there, and that's okay. Now we just start counting losses again. We have one loss. And remember, you never increase the bet unless you get a win. If you lose, you go back to 10. Okay, we only had one loss, so that means we take 1 times 10. That means our next bet's 10. So that means we go opposite color black, and we don't change the bet. Here we go. Okay, that's a 34 red. We start counting our losses again. We have one loss, so we stay at 10 on opposite color. And let's see if we get our second loss here or if we get a win. Okay, that's a 33 black, and we only had one loss, so 1 times 10 is 10. That means the next bet is 10, and we're up 70. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. There we go. That's a good win on 32 red. We'll take that, and we're up $80. Now we'll be on black for 10, and let's see if we can get some consecutive wins here. We did not, so we start counting our losses again. So that's one loss. We stay at 10. Let's see if we get loss number 2 right here. That's a 20 black. We did not. We only had one loss, so 1 times 10 is 10. We bet 10 on red. Then we'll check our balance after this spin. Here we go. And that's a win, 12 red. So we switch back to black, and we're currently up $90. One more win gets us to $100 profit. And here we go. That's a 6 black. Okay, and the reason we have a big bankroll, which would be $200 for dollar units or $2,000 for 10, is because if you do have to try multiple times to recover, it's nice to have it there. And that's a 12 red. Okay, that's a win. So we'll go black for 10 now. We're up 110. And we're just consistently making profit 1 unit at a time. And that's a 9 red. We lost, so we start counting our losses again. We have one loss. And we stay at $10 until we get a win. Here we go. That's a 1 red. 2 losses now. All we have to do is keep track of those losses and stay at $10. So we have 2 losses. That's a 24 black. That's a win. So we take 2 times 10. That means our bet's going to be $20 on red. And if we get this one, we'll be up 120. But we lost. That's okay. So we take 2 times. We take 2 times 2, which is 4. That means the next time that we get a win, we're going to go with a $40 bet, unless we lose more. If we lose here, we'll add to that total. And we did. So we go from 4 to 5. Okay, so just keep track of that. And it's nice too when you lose on zeros and it's only 10 bucks. So we're at 5 losses right now. Now we're at 6. That's all you have to do is keep track of the losses and stay at $10. All right, so we're at 6 losses now. Let's see what we get here. We lost again. Now we're at 7. But just think, if we were doubling the bet each time, how much we would be down if we'd already doubled 7 times. And we've had 7 losses. That's a 20 black. Now we have 8. So we'd probably have lost our bankroll now if we doubled 8 times. But guess what? We're just fine. Now we're down 9. We probably definitely would have lost our bankroll if we were doubling each time. So let's spin again. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a 15 black. Now we're at 10 losses. So again, fantastic system because it allows you to lose a bunch of them in a row. We've had 10 losses in a row, and we're going to be just fine. So now we take, we won, so we take 10 times 10, $100, and that's our bet. But if we were doubling each time, we'd probably be over a $2,000 bet right now. We're only at a $100 bet, and we'll probably recover it right here. And we did. That's a 26 black. And if we had not recovered it, the next bet would have been 200 after the next win. So, okay, we're back up 130. We'll be on red for 10. So basically right there, you just realized that that if you were playing martingale on opposite color, you would have lost your bankroll, but we didn't. Okay, so that's the beauty of this. And we have one loss now. We're keeping track of losses again. That's 2 losses, 17 black. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get here. We have 2 losses, counting our losses. That's a 2 black. Now we have 3 losses. But how cool is that we just lost 10 or 11 times in a row and didn't lose that much? That's a 27 red. We had 2 losses, so we take 2 times 10, which is 20. And we're up 110. This will get us up 130 if we get the win here. That's a 16 red. We lost, so we take 2 times 2, which is 4, and then we go back to $10. So the next time we bet after a win, it'll be $4 or $40. That's an 8 black. Okay, so now we place a $40 bet on red. If we recover, great. If not, we take 4 times 2, which is 8, and our next bet would be $80. But we got the win, so we recovered. And that's after. You would have to wait for a win to do that, though. We're up 140. Remember, if you lose, your next bet's always $10. Now let's start counting losses again. That's 1 loss. Okay, so we'll bet on black again for 10 here. We just have 1 loss. But you can see we can lose 10, 11 times in a row, and we're fine. That's a 1 red. There's 2 losses. And it could happen again right here. We could lose 11 in a row, and we'd be just fine. That's a 22 black. We got the win, so we take 2 times 10, which is 20. We have a $20 bet on red. We're up 130. This will get us to 150 if we get the win. Here we go. That's a 28 black. That's a loss on the recovery, so that means we take 2 times 2, which is 4, and we go back to $10, and we know that the next time we bet, it'll be 40. And here we go. After a win, that is. That's a 19 red. So now we bet 40 on black, opposite color. And let's try to recover. If we do, great. If not, we take 4 times 2 is 8, and our next bet after a win would be 80. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. We take 4 times 2, which is 8. We go back to 10. And we start counting our losses. We have 8 right now. That's a 13 black. So now we take 8 times 10, which is 80. And we put an $80 bet on red. And let's recover right here. And we did. Fantastic. So if we had lost that, we'd take 8 times 2, which is 16, and then go back to 10. And but we got the win. So we're up 170. Let's go ahead and spin. We have 2 minutes left with the progressive recovery system. And that's a 9 red. That's a loss. Let's go ahead and repeat that and keep track of our losses. We have 1 loss. Here we go. And that's a double 0. Now we have 2 losses. Those can be catastrophic when you're doubling the bet each time. We're not doing that. So we only have 2 losses at 10 each. And now 3 losses, but it won't hurt us any. So let's just bet 10 again. And count our losses. We have 3 currently. Here we go. And now we have 4. Okay. And remember, if we were doubling each time, we would not be so happy right now. Here we go. Okay, we had 4 losses once we got the win. So now we take 4 times 10, which is 40 on red. And let's recover. If not, we'll take 4 times 2, which is 8, $80. That's a 16 red. We recovered. Okay, great. We're up 180, and we'll be on black for 10. And we have 1 minute left with the progressive recovery system. Then it's time for the new roulette system of the day, and I can't wait to share that one with you. Here we go. All right, so we won that. We'll go back to red for 10. We're up 190. Let's at least get up 200 here. We have about 40 seconds left with this one. And that's a 12 red. And I think we got up 200 now. And let's go ahead, go back to black for 10. Again, you can do this with a $200 bankroll in dollar units or a $10 units, 2,000. Whichever fits your budget better, and that's a 2 black. Great, we'll go back to red for 10. We're up 210. And this will be our final spin at the 15-minute mark. Okay, that's a 7 red. And we got the win. So the progressive recovery system made $220 profit in 15 minutes. Now it is time for the new roulette system of the day. I can't wait to share this one with you. Let's go ahead and jump right in, get started, and see if it's as amazing as Alex says it is. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the Ultimate Bankroll Protector Roulette System by Alex. You're going to absolutely love this one. It's going to look similar to something that you've seen recently, but it's going to be very different. Let's go ahead and place the bets. And at first appearance, it looks like 9th Street Roulette, but it is not. And I'm going to show you what the difference is. We do have the same setup to start. That's a $45 total bet. And but we're not going to be doubling and trying to get 2 wins like 9th Street Roulette. This is going to be a much safer progression. And we got the first win. We're up 15. So we're going to rebet and spin. And I know a lot of you love 9th Street Roulette. This is going to give you a different option of playing it without the risk of trying to get 2 wins after doubling. Okay, we lost that one right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by going up 2 units. So we're going to go up 2 units on all these. There's 1. Now let's add a second one. There we go. And we're at 135 total bet now. Let's go ahead and spin. That's an 18 red. Okay, we got the win. So now we're going to go back $45. We're up 15, and we're going to go from 135 back to 90. Just like that, and spin. So we're not going to go all the way back when we get a win. And generally, this is a progression you see with 24 numbers, but this is going to be much safer with 27. And we lost that one with the 0, which was very unfortunate. But we're going to have to add 2 more units to all these now. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Well, there's 1. Now we're going to add 2. Let me fix that one there, though. Okay, so now they're going to all have 20 on them. If I can fix that one, there we go. Okay, we're at 180 total bet now. And remember, when we get a win, we're just going to go back $45. So that's a 6 black. We lost again, though. So it's starting out much worse than you could ever imagine, but that's okay. Let's just go ahead and keep going here. It's still going to be much safer than doubling and trying to get 2 wins. So let's add the 2 units in. And I think you're going to be really amazed at how much better this works with 27 numbers than the 24 that sometimes you see with this progression. And I'll go over what this progression is as we go through here. Let's see what we get here. That's a 33 black. Okay, we got a win. So when we go backwards, we only go back $45. You can see temporarily we're down, but we're going to go from 270 minus 45. So 45, 55, 65, 70. That means we're going to be at 225. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go, and let's spin. So I'm glad it actually started out much worse than you could have imagined. That's okay. That's a 9 red, because I want you to see how good this is. And we're at minus 90. We're going to go back another $45. So we're at 225. So that's 25, 35, 45. That means we're going to drop back to 180. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 29 black. That's a win, and we're at minus 30 right now. We're going to drop back another $45. So 180 minus 45 is 135. So let's go back to 135 and spin. And here we go. That's a 2 black, and I believe that's a loss, and it is. So we're going to go up 2 units again. We'll add 1 in here first, 15 to 20. Then we're going to go from 20 to 25. I had 1 too many there. Okay, and now we're at 225 total bet. All right, here we go. And I'll also show you how to do this with much smaller bets. If this is too much for you, that's no problem. We're at minus 90 right now. Because of that bad start, we're going to go back 45. So 225 minus 45, that's 25, 35, 45. That's back to 180. So let's peel back to 180 and spend. You're going to see in a second a lot of profits show up. That's an 18 red. All right, that's a win. Now you can see we're only minus 30. We're going to go from 180 back $45 to 135. All right, and spin. And with this many numbers covered, it's almost for sure that you're going to work back to where we started eventually. But right now we're having a bunch of losses, and that's okay. We're going to be just fine, and we'll go over the bankroll here in a second. We're going to go from 15 to 20 and then 20 to 25 up 2 units. And you see this progression a lot, which is 2 up, 1 down on 24 number systems, not 27 number systems. The real benefit here is we're going to get more wins with this 27 number system. I mean, I'm actually glad it's being really rough on us right now because I want you to see that this is a good system. We're at minus 390. We're going to go from 225 to back to 180 again. Actually, I'm sorry. We lost that one. So let's see. We need to go back to 225. Let me see where we're at here. I think these were all at 25. We need to go the other way. Let me make sure this is right. There we go. So we're going to go up 2 more. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go to 30 and then to 35. And normally you don't get this many losses with 27 numbers, but that's okay. We're at 315 total. That's why we have a $2,000 bankroll on this one. We're going to be just fine. And eventually we're going to go on a run. You always end up going on a run with 27 numbers. You just don't know when it's going to start, but it will happen. We're at minus 285. Now we're going to drop back 45. So if we take 45 off of 315, that's 270. So let's drop back to 270. And we're going back $145 bet each time that we win. And that's 1 unit. And then we go up 2 if we lose. Okay, there's a $90 win. We're at minus 195. And I'm telling you, this is going to eventually work in the 15 minutes. We're at 6 minutes and 45 seconds in right now. And let's go back 45. So 45 and 70. 45, 55, 65, 70. We're going back to 225. So let's go ahead and do that. And spin. Here we go. Let's see what we get. That's a 33 black. Okay, we won. So we're at minus 120. So we're going back another 45. We're going to go from 225 to 180. I'm telling you, with 27 numbers instead of the 24 you normally see with this, we're going to have a better chance of going back to where we started. And you can see that's a win right there. We're at minus 60. Let's go back 45. So we'll go from 180 to 135 and spin. And here we go. Now, you won't make as much money as just betting 24 numbers, but it's much, much safer. And you can see you need that safety because of losses like that. Let's go up 2 units again. This is going to eventually pay out, and we're going to cash out with a lot of money here. I'm telling you. So we have, we went from 20. Oops, went up 1 too many there. There we go. We fixed that one. Okay, we're back up to 225, and let's spin. We're 8 minutes in out of 15, and that's a 00. My goodness. Okay, it's just being tough on us today, and that's okay. We're going to work our way out of this. We're going to go from 25 to 30. And then we're going to go from 30 to 35. Okay, so we're at minus 420 out of a $2,000 bankroll. This is a $315 total bet. That's a 14 red. Let's get on a win streak here. That's a $105 win. We're minus 315. So we're going to go back 45. That means we're going back to 270 from 315.
No more
And
bet.
spin. And let's get some consecutive wins here. I know we're going to get some with 27 numbers. And there's another win on 14 red. And we're at minus 225. Let's go back another $45. So 45, 55, 65, 70. That is 225. So let's go back to 225.
No more bet.
And spin. Here we go. Surely we'll be on a run here soon, and it looks like it's starting. Okay, that's a win there. We're up minus 150. We're going to go from 225 back to 180. And I'm telling you, eventually we're going to work our way back down with 27 numbers. That's a 32 red. Just having that extra 3 numbers, more than the normal 24 with this progression, it really helps. So we're going to go from 180 down to 135.
No more bet.
And spin. The problem with 24 numbers with 2 up, 1 down is you can go a little bit longer without winning. And I can tell you, you can see right there, that last street there we've hit a couple times makes a big difference. We're at minus 45. And now we're going to go back from 135 to 90. And spin. And once we get back to base level, you're going to see we're going to actually make a lot at base level, but we haven't had a chance to yet because we started out with about the worst start ever. And now we're going to go back from 90 to 45 and spin. And then now we're going to make some money once we can get back there, if we can ever get back there, right? Okay, so that's a loss. We're going to have to go up 2. Oh, I did that wrong though. Let's go up, do this correctly. We're going to go to 10 and then to 15. 135 and let's spin. That's a 12 red. See, generally you should get a lot more wins at 27 numbers than you should losses. And we're going to go back now from 135 to 90. And spin. And then all we have to do to start making money is get back to the base level and get some wins. But we just keep losing. That's okay. We still have plenty of time. Let's add those in. So we're going to go from to 15 and then to 20. You haven't really got to see the good part of this system because we've spent the entire episode or the entire video so far in recovery. But I can tell you that it'll make money at base level, and we're at minus 45. Okay, we won that one, so we go back 45 to 135 and spin. The whole idea of this is that with 27 numbers covered, you shouldn't, going up 2 units, you shouldn't run out of your bankroll. Okay, we're back to even finally. So we go back to 90 and spin. Eventually we're going to get back to base level, and you should spend part of the time at base level with this system. We're at 30, and let's go back to where we started at 45. I know this hasn't looked the best, but I'm telling you, you shouldn't lose your bankroll, and we still haven't been able to make a single win at base level this entire session. So don't be too hard on this system. It's getting really bad numbers. So we still have some time. Let's keep going. We're going to get ahead here, and we're going to make some money. We might have to go past the 15 minutes. Okay, once we get there. We're at 13 right now. We're at 135 total bet. All right, let's get a win. And that's a 33 black. That's another instance where those last 3 numbers really helped. We're up 30 again. We're going to go back to 90 and spin. Here we go. That's a 12 red. Okay, that's a win. We're up 60. We're going to go back to 45 where we started. We still don't have a single win at base level since we started. Let's see if we can finally get one here. Okay, we finally got a win at base level. Okay. So now we're up 75. The whole idea of this is that these wins at base level should make you profit, and you shouldn't lose your bankroll going 2 up, 1 down with 27, like you would at 24. And we're up 90. See, now we're finally getting some wins at base level. We have a minute left. That's another win there, 23 red. And most of the time, you're going to get way more wins than you're going to have losses with 27 numbers. So, if you think about it, you're going to spend a lot of time at base level, and you're going to make a lot of money at base level. But now we're going to have to work our way back up again. We're going to go up 2 units. And don't do it like that. Go one at a time so that they come back off the same way. Just like that. You want them to come back off the same way they would go on. Let's go ahead and spin it 135. Here we go. That's a win there. So we go back 45. So let's go back to 90.
No more bets.
And spin. And we'll check our balance again. And that's a 36 red. We lost that one. We're at the 15-minute mark. And we're only up $15. We're going to play a little longer, because I want to show you that this can actually do something. So we're going to go up 2 units. But I wanted to let you know we are only up $15 at the 15-minute mark. But that's going to change. So here we go. Got to give this a little bit better of a chance. Okay, now we're at 20 each, 180 total. And again, you should have way more wins than losses at 27 numbers. That's a 12 red. And that's a win. We're up 75. We're going to go back from 180 back to, let's see, we're at 135. That's $45. Each time you win, you go back 45. That's a 19 red. Okay, that's a win of 45. We're up 120 now. So, okay, now we're going back to 90. We got to get that back on there. There we go. Let's go ahead and spin. It just doesn't want to stay at base level, does it? We've had a lot of zeros and a lot of weird stuff happen today so far, but it does happen when you're playing, so it's good. It's good to see that. So we're going to go up 2 units again. Okay, we're going to 20. But the whole idea of this one is that you will not lose your bankroll, because you should have more wins than losses in the long run, and it should work its way back to where you started. Okay, so that's a $60 win. We're up 90. We're going to go from 180 back to 135 and spin. Here we go. There we go, 22 black. That's a win. We're up 135. We'll go back to 90.
No more bets.
And spin. You can see we're getting more benefit out of the back and forth early than late. But the late is what helps you get back to where you're at. We're up 165 now. So we're going to go from 90 back to 45.
No more bets.
And you just need to test this a lot so you guys can see how that works. But it really is a fantastic system, because you really shouldn't lose your $2,000 bankroll. And we're up 180, and we're at base level. We haven't got hardly any wins at base level. Let's see if we can get at least a few. And there we go, 15 black. I mean, sometimes you can go and win 10, 12 in a row, no problem, with 27 numbers. And you can see we're up $195 now, even after that horrific start. So here we go. That's a 33, and that's, again, a good point that, you know, we're hitting that last street there that we wouldn't have with 24 numbers. We're up 210, and here we go. So let's see how many more wins we can get at base level. And you can bet on any 9 streets that you want. And, of course, then it hits 00 again, which I think we've hit that like 5 times. At least 0 or 00 at 5 times. So then you just go up 2, but remember to put them in one at a time so they come back off the same way. Just like that. There we go, and then we're back up to 135. And the back and forth early on is definitely more productive. That's an 11 black. That's a win. We're up 210. We're going to go from 135 back to 90 and spin. And that's a 30 red. And that's a win. So we're up 240 now. Fantastic. And the reason it's more productive early is because the only time that it's actually the only time that it's tripling is on the first bet. So keep that in mind. And that's a 7 red. And that's a win there. And we're up 255. So now you can see it making some money. Again, this is a $2,000 bankroll. And if you did this with dollar units, you could just divide that by 5. And you'd have a $400 bankroll. So, but then there's another loss. We're up 210. You just would go back up 2 units again. And a lot of times you see this going up 2 units and back 1 with 24 numbers. But we're doing it with 27 today. That puts us back at 135 total bet. And let's spin. And that's a 4 black. Okay, and then we did lose again, so you just would have to go up 2 units again. So let's do that. We're going to go from 15 to 20, and then 20 to 25. And sorry if you hear my dog barking there in the background. He's getting a little excited today. All right, 225 total bet. That's a 12 red, and then you just go back 45 when you win. We're still up 150 even after all those losses. We'll go from 225, 25, 35, 45 back to 180. And spin. And here we go. But again, the back and forth early really helps because you are actually tripling on that first bet. And we're up 210 now. We're going to go from 180 to 135. And spin. And here we go. That's my King Charles Cavalier in the background there. He is a fantastic dog, even though he's making some racket right now. We're up 255. We'll go from 135 back to 90. Here we go. And that's a 21 red. That's a win. We're up 285 now. So then we go from 90 back to 45, base level. And let's see if we can finish on a win at base level. And we didn't. That's okay, though. But you guys have the idea now. And we're still up $240. So I hope you test this out and really give it a good try. Let me know what your results are. And thank you, Alex, for sending this one in. This is the Ultimate Bankroll Protector Roulette System. And if you're enjoying the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep growing this community of people that love roulette. If you want to send a system in, send it to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. I pick a new one every single day, and we test it in that search for the best roulette system possible. That's what the community is all about, and I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys are as well. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.